Hello, everyone. I would like to greet you in a special way. I hope that every one of you are seeking for something deeper, for something beautiful, which is hidden within ourselves. It's not outside, it's within ourselves. And when we are seeking, what are we seeking for? We are seeking for the truth, for the absolute truth. So, namaste. I bow to all the seekers of truth. Welcome to Sahaja Yoga meditation course. Today is the first program. And on the first program, we will tell you a little bit about the most important knowledge that we should know about ourselves, but also mostly important, we will do the practice of meditation so that you can feel, you can experience it. We will also listen to a small excerpt, a small part from Shri Mataji's program. Shri Mataji is a very special person. You can see Shri Mataji on the picture here. You will see also on the screen while we are meditating. She's the founder of Sahaja Yoga. She's the one who has taught us everything, who has enlightened our spirits. And now we are able to give it further and share it with everyone who have a desire to get it. Within ourselves, there is an energy. This energy is so powerful and yet is so gentle and loving because it is a feminine energy, motherly energy of God, which is called as Kundalini. We can also say that Kundalini is our personal, individual mother. She knows everything about us. She is placed within ourselves in every human being, but she is in a dorming state. And we need to get her awakened. This is called as enlightenment or self-realization. So you can see here on the chart, there is a triangular bone. You can see it is shown now, this bone. Within this bone, the Kundalini Mother is placed. This divine motherly energy within us. When this energy gets awakened, it rises up, piercing all the centers, which are called as chakras, up to the limbic area, to the top of the head. And there we get our yoga. Yoga is an old ancient Sanskrit word. It means union with the divine, with the all-pervading power. So this is the true meaning of the word yoga. It does not have with the physical exercises, but it is a process within ourselves. It is a union when we get connected to the all-pervading power. This is the power that has created the whole world, that has created us, that has created the subtle system within us. So it's not only the gross body that we identify ourselves so much with, but there is much, much more within ourselves beside that, which is subtler, and that is our subtle system. So to say it, just to describe briefly, we have three main channels. Again, we can see the chart. So the one is left channel, is a moon channel, is a channel of emotions, feelings, also connected with our past. The other channel is the right one, right channel on the right hand side, is connected. It is a sun channel. It is a channel of activity, future planning, mental activity as well. And then we have the central channel within us. And that is, we can call as a path. This is a spiritual path. And when our Kundalini gets awakened, rises up to the top of the head, then this amazing journey starts within ourselves. So we will start now with meditation. First of all, we start with self-realization. So we will put our right hand on the left hand side of the body on the chakras, and we will say affirmations which are connected to these chakras to open them up and to help our Kundalini to awaken our Kundalini and to help her to rise and go through the chakras. So I will just show you, and then afterwards we will close our eyes, put our attention within ourselves, draw it within, it's very important, and focus completely on the process of self-realization to come into meditation state. So we put our right hand, first of all, on the heart, on the left hand side. And then we will put it on the stomach, just below the heart. And then we will put it a little bit lower. Maybe you can't see my hand now, but I just put it on the same side, a little bit lower, lower part of the stomach. And then back on the stomach, and then back on the heart. And then we will put it here between the neck and the shoulder, or this place where they meet. We put the hand there and turn our head to the right a little bit. This is very important place, and I will tell you why. Then we will put our hand on the forehead and bow our face down a little bit. Afterwards, we will put our hand on the back of the head. This is the same chakra, it's just different aspects of it. And at the end, we will stretch our fingers backwards like this and put center of the palm of our hand on the top just here where the limbic area is, just here on the top, and clockwise, like this, clockwise, 7 times slowly, we will move the skin of the head. I guess you can see it clearly how I'm doing. So this is how we will do. We push a little bit and then we will move. This is how we will do. And then I will lead you further. You will just listen and don't worry if you do anything, if you don't understand how to do, where to put your hand, don't worry about that. Just try to have the attention within yourself and say the affirmations from your heart. So we can close our eyes, and again I will repeat, I said it just before the programs, and some of you probably haven't heard it, that we sit comfortably either on a chair or on the floor is also nice. On the floor you can sit in a lotus pose. So if you sit on the floor, the legs are crossed in the lotus pose. But if you sit on the chair or in a sofa, then the legs should not be crossed. They should just stand on the ground parallel to each other. So both the legs should stand on the ground parallel to each other without crossing. And we put our hands open like this with the palms upward and a little bit cupped like this, because we are asking for our self-realization and we are receiving. So we are having our hands like this openly on our laps, on the knees. Now we can close our eyes. Vi kan stänga våra ögon. We can put all our attention, we can draw it inside ourselves. Just now, for some moments, forget about everything and draw the attention towards your heart. Vi stänger våra ögon för att hjälpa vår uppmärksamhet att vara inne inom oss. Now we can put our right hand on the heart. Vi kan lägga vår höger hand på hjärtat. And here we can say within ourselves. Och här vi kan säga inom oss. En fråga. Moder, vem är jag? We can ask within ourselves. Mother, who am I? Mother, who am I? And now we place our hand a little bit lower on the stomach. Vi kan lägga vår hand på magen, på övre delen, under hjärtat. And here again, within us, we say, Mother, am I my own teacher? Am I my own master? Moder, är jag min egen lärare? Är jag min egen mästare? We can ask this question a few times. Mother, am I my own teacher? Am I my own master? Vi kan fråga flera gånger. Moder, är jag min egen lärare? Är jag min egen mästare? And now we can put our hand a little bit lower. Vi kan flytta vår hand lite lägre. This is the center where the pure knowledge is stored within us. And here we are now asking Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Här vi frågar Moder Kundalini, snälla, ge mig ren kunskap. Moder, var snäll och ge mig ren kunskap. Mother Kundalini, please give me pure knowledge. And now we lift back our hand to the stomach, a little bit upwards where it was before. Vi lägger vår hand tillbaka på magen, lite uppåt. And here now, we were asking, but now we will say an affirmation. With full confidence, we will say, Mother, I am my own teacher. I am my own master. Här vi hade frågat förut, men nu vi kan säga Moder, jag är min egen lärare. Jag är min egen mästare. And again, you can say it a few times. Mother, I am my own master. I am my own teacher. With full confidence, you should say it within yourselves. Moder, jag är min egen lärare. Jag är min egen mästare. And now we put our hand on the heart. Vi kan lägga vår hand på hjärtat. And here we say, Mother, I am the spirit. Mother, I am the Atma. Mother, I am the spirit. I am the spiritual being. Och här vi kan säga moder. Jag är anden. Again we can say mother, I am not this body. I am not these emotions. I am not these thoughts. I am the spirit. This is the truth about us. Vi kan säga, moder, jag är inte denna kropp. Jag är inte dessa tankar. Jag är inte dessa känslor. Men jag är anden. Detta är sanningen om oss. Mother, I am the spirit. The spirit is the core of our being. Is the most inner part, most beautiful and important part within ourselves. And now we can put our hand on the shoulder, between the shoulder and the neck. Vi kan lägga vår hand på där halsen och på halsen. Där halsen och axlarna möts. And here we say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. This is very important affirmation for us. Mother, I am not guilty at all. This is very important because when we feel guilt, we turn away from ourselves. It's like putting our head in the sand. But when we say that I'm not guilty, whatever has happened, I'm not guilty at all, it means that we turn towards ourselves and we face ourselves with the courage. We see whatever mistakes or wrong we are doing, and then we just decide that we don't do it, and we don't do it. So here we can say many times, Mother, I'm not guilty at all. Mother, I'm not guilty at all. Här vi kan säga, Moder, jag har ingen skuld. Mother, I'm not guilty at all. Now we put our hand on the forehead. Vi lägger vår hand på pannan. And we rest our face, our forehead in the hand. This is also a very important center where we need to be say from the heart. We need to be very sincere and say, Mother, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone and everything and I forgive myself. Moder, jag förlåter allt och alla och jag förlåter mig själv. Again, by saying this, we don't do anything. We only help ourselves by saying this. So sincerely, from the heart, without thinking of any specific situation or person, just generally we say, Mother, I forgive everything and everyone, and I forgive myself. Just forgive, just let it go. And now we can put our hand on the back of the head. Vi kan lägga vår hand på baksidan av huvudet. And so it is in life that not only we need to forget something or someone, but also we need to be forgiven as well. We have also done some mistakes. So here we ask for forgiveness and we say, Mother, please forgive me everything I've done against my spirit or against you. Här vi kan säga, Moder, snälla förlåt mig allt som jag har gjort emot dig eller emot min ande, emot mig själv. And now we stretch back the fingers on our hand and we put the hand on the top of our head. We press a little bit, we press the skin, and then we start moving clockwise. 7 times slowly, we start massaging this area. This is the area which has got 1,000 nerves. In subtle system, it has 1,000 petals. And when Kundalini rises up to the top of the head, these 1,000 petals open up like a beautiful lotus on the top of our head. And this is when we get our self-realization. Here now, again, it should be from the heart, sincerely, just like children, very simply, we ask, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Här vi ber Moder Kundalini väldigt enkelt, väldigt som barn. Vi säger Moder, var snäll och ge mig min självrealisation. And let us lift our hand above our head. Nu kan vi lyfta handen över huvudet 15-20 centimeter. We can lift it up maybe 20-25 centimeters and just observe what you feel, how it feels. It can be very subtle feeling, but just observe. Now we can change our hand. We can put our left hand above the head. And again observe. It can be a different feeling. Now we can put both the hands on the knees. Låt båda händerna lägga på knäna öppet med händerna uppåt. Openly, we let them rest on our knees. Please keep your eyes closed. And just for a few moments, we will sit in silence. Just observing. Now we can slowly open our eyes. Continue staying in the meditative mode. We will watch Shri Mataji's talk, a small part of the program.
I thank all the Sahajogis from Derbyshire and Birmingham for giving me this opportunity to talk to the seekers of this place. We have seekers in the modern times. It's something very unique. We never had seekers before, at least not so many. There used to be people who would seek money, as there are many who are seeking these days, who would seek countries after countries, the power. There were many who were seeking these few pearls of bliss of God, very few. The reason was the awareness, the collective awareness of human beings did not think themselves perhaps capable or perhaps needing some seeking. But today, it's such a beautiful combination that there are seekers of very high quality born on this earth. Those who are seeking are in masses. They are not one or two here and there, sitting on top of a mountain cave or something and trying to meditate. But there are so many who are seeking, who feel dissatisfied with themselves, with whatever they have. They think there must be something beyond. Those who feel that they have not yet found their meaning, those who feel they have to find the purpose of their life, those who feel that there has to be something higher than what they are into. All such people are seekers not of today, but of thousands of years. At the time of Christ, there were none, I should say, because even the ones Christ took as his disciples, they were actually forced into it, and he had to go and seek them and find them out and tell them about it. So we have to say that these are very important times in the history of creation where there are so many seekers. But the problem with the seekers today is this, that they don't know what they are seeking. They have no idea as to what to seek, how to seek, what to expect. It's an unknown area they are entering into. It's very unknown to them. And this unknown area which they are seeking is now represented by so many people. Everyone says, I am the one who will deliver the goods. Another one says, I am the one who can do it. Naturally, confusion is created. As it is, modern times are the times of confusion, great confusion. And when such a confusion comes in, then only we find out a great solution also, a permanent solution to solve the problem once for all. There has been never such confusion in the minds of human beings as it is today, as to the right or wrong. Never so much. Whatever was said, this was not good, they would do, knowingly that they are doing wrong. If they were good people, they would say, all right, this is good, we'll do the good. But everybody knew that this was wrong or right. They may do it. But today, no one knows what is wrong and what is right. Apart from wrong and right, it's much beyond that. You have to know yourself. Because this awareness is within us that we do not know ourselves. We do not know the absolute. We live in a relative world. Of this, everybody seems to be conscious, maybe in the subconscious or maybe in the unconscious. But definitely there's a feeling in every one of us that we do not know. And it's a very honest feeling. It's a very sublime feeling that we have to know something more. Now, when we say the word know, we think as if I would say, I don't know about Derbyshire, I've never been there. Now, this means what? I don't know about Derbyshire. I mean, don't I know about Derbyshire? I can read it in the books. I can find out. I can know all the history of Derbyshire. I can find out who are the people who were making beautiful porcelain here. I can find out all about their history. Everything I can read about it. Still, why should I say I don't know anything about Derbyshire? Because I have not been to Derbyshire before. I have not been to Derby. I have not been to this area. I have not seen this place. I have not visited it. I have had no experience of this place, so I don't know about it. This is exactly what is the situation. The situation is that we do not know about the divine. We have read about it. We have heard about it. So many people have written about it. Once they know there's an inquiry about it, they come out with books. Books after books, thousands of books they have written. How many of them are true and how many of them are untrue? It is impossible to find out because we do not actually know. Supposing somebody says that Duke of Bedford was born in Derbyshire, all right, how will I know? I would not know till I meet somebody who is really belonging to that place, who knows about it. In the same way, the knowledge that we have also about divine is very confusing. But this is not knowledge. This is never the knowledge. The idea of knowledge comes to us as if it is a kind of an answer to our inquiries which is rational, which we can understand intelligently through our intelligence. But now this area is beyond intelligence, beyond rationality. Beyond all that is limited is the unlimited area. All such unlimited areas can be only known by experience of your awareness. Now, this one should understand is a very delicate thing, how to know something, an experience of our awareness. Not an experience, you suddenly see a light, so it's an experience. I mean, you can always see a light. It's so great. The people feel about it that they have seen some light suddenly sparking before them. Nothing so great. There could be some areas from there a sparking can come and maybe it is of no use to you, but just you might feel that you have experienced. So one must know that seeing is not experiencing. For example, a dog sees this instrument. But what does he know about it? He sees it. Awareness, the human awareness, has so many great things about itself compared to the animal awareness. For example, we can say the awareness of beauty, animals don't have. Awareness of cleanliness, animals don't have. Human beings have these built within themselves. They can feel it. They can feel it on their central nervous system. So whatever is your awareness is to be felt on your central nervous system. It's not just an imaginary thing or an intellectual discussion. Yes, I know, I know. Not that. The knowledge should come to you through your feelings. Like, I can feel this is hot or cold. But a stone will not feel anything. In the same way, the feeling has to come through your central nervous system. That means your awareness itself has to be charged. It has to get a new dimension. Your awareness itself has to get a new dimension. All other experiences has no meaning whatsoever in evolution, if you see. In evolutionary process, it is the awareness that improves, receives better and better dimensions. And these dimensions have reached its maximum at the time when you become a human being, where your awareness is just ready to receive the awareness of the universal being, of the collective being, so that you become the collective being. Now, I would like to tell you about this within ourselves, how we are placed. For every practical purposes, you should not take me for granted. But you should not also deny what I tell you. It's like entering into a new university. We listen to the professor and we try to follow him. Supposing he propounds a hypothesis before you, then you just start judging it. Work it out. If it is true, then you call it a law. In the same way, we should enter into this new understanding by first seeing it, not denying it. Then, if it is true, then we have to believe it. There should be no blind faith about Sahaja Yoga. Blind faith does not help at all. Neither there should be a denial. And with that cheerful attitude, if you just listen to me as a hypothesis, whatever I'm telling you, you need not accept it as truth just now. But then the time has come for me to prove the truth to you. And the truth can be proved to you.
So now we can, again, we can try to go into meditation after we have done the self-realization. And later on, we can talk about it, about what if you have felt or whatever you have observed during the self-realization. But just now, there is something very, very subtle that we can feel during meditation and during self-realization. This we call vibrations. When we say vibrations in Sahaja Yoga, according to the knowledge of Sahaja Yoga, it is not a physical shaking or pulsating. It is not that kind of vibrations. It is very, very subtle, and physically we can feel it as a cool wind or cool breeze. We can feel it on our hands, or we can also feel it on the top of our head. We can feel it on the fingers as well, because every finger corresponds to a chakra, which is placed within ourselves. We can see the chart again. So you can see there are 7 main nervous centers in our bodies, and they are all projected on our hands. But on the, you see, in the middle of our body, in the central channel, in the central path, we can say, we can see 7 chakras. And as you see, the color of each chakra corresponds to the color of the finger. So we can feel our subtle system on our hands, on our fingers. And that I will not tell you about now, because it's quite a wide subject. I just briefly mentioned it so that you would get acquainted with it. But we will learn about it in this course, about the chakras and about the channels. So we will learn more about our subtle system, means about ourselves, and also we will meditate together to deepen our meditation, because we can discover much more about ourselves and what is there stored within ourselves only through meditation, not just by talking, not by theory, but the experience itself. So tonight, before we finish our program, just let's go into meditation this last 5 minutes again, and I will show you how physically we what physical movement we can do when we begin and when we finish the meditation. We can do it ourselves at home, we can do it collectively as well, and we'll do it online now. So you see, left hand is corresponding to the left hand side, left channel of our subtle system, and right accordingly to the right. So left hand we will place below, in front, in the middle, below we will place it. And then the right hand, I will just show you a little bit upwards so you will see what I'm doing, but we will start from the lower part where we sit, kind of from the first chakra. So the left hand we will slowly raise like this, while the right hand will go around it like this. So we are raising our left hand slowly, rotating the right one around it above our head, and then we rotate and we swirl kind of like this, do the knot, and put our hands down. This was the first time. Then we do second time again, the same thing. And while our hand is raising, or both our hands are raising, so our attention also try to have the attention there. And again, we make a swirl, make a nice swirl like this, and then a knot. And we take our hands down and we do it third time again the same way. You can do it with closed eyes as well. Just draw the attention within yourself, and we do a nice swirl, and we do 3 knots. 1, and then a swirl again. 2, and then a swirl again, and then third knot. So this is called as raising Kundalini. We are actually we are helping while we're using the hands, because we are so used to have our attention outside. But now we are again using this instrument, which is our body. We can call it as an instrument. We are using to help our attention to draw it within ourselves, to help us to come into the state of meditation. So we were raising our Kundalini. Now we will do the Bandhan. It's called as Bandhan. It means protection, we can say. So we keep left hand on the knee open like this. We keep it on the knee. And then from the knee with the right hand, we do kind of like a rainbow. Just from the hip to the hip, above the head like this, and down to the hip, and then back again. So this is the first time. We do it second times, because there are 7 chakras, 7 subtle centers. So let's do it together 7 times slowly. Above the head and down. 1. You can also close your eyes if you would like to. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. And now we put both our hands together like this. centered. Let's open our hands, and just for a few moments, we will sit in silence. Just let our Mother Kundalini work it out in us. And now we can also listen to meditative music, which will help us. Music is very important in Sahaja Yoga, and it is music which helps us to go into meditation, which is Indian classical music. So now we can open our eyes. And I thank everyone for joining this program. And I do hope that you have experienced something special tonight. And if you would like, on this, we will we will finish our official part.